Tonight we continue our message series, the 7 last words of Christ, with the second word. It is our hope that these reflections on the words Jesus spoke from the cross help deepen our appreciation for the passion of the Christ. And that in this holy season of penitence and self-denial, these 7 last words serve as catalysts for change of heart and life, so we might become more fully what God wants to make of us. And so, will you please pray with me? Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on us this evening, so that in the reading of the Scripture, your word is heard. In the meditations of our hearts, your word is known. And in the faithfulness of our lives, your word is shown. So a reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 23, verses 39 to 43. Hear now the word of God. One of the criminals hanging next to Jesus insulted him. "Aren't you the Christ? Save yourself and us." Responding, the other criminal spoke harshly to him. "Don't you fear God, seeing that you've also been sentenced to die? We are rightly condemned, for we are receiving the appropriate sentence for what we did. But this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus replied, "I assure you that today you will be with me in paradise." The word of God for the people of God, and all people say, Amen. Jesus' earthly ministry began when he came into Galilee, announcing God's good news, saying, "Now is the time. Here comes God's kingdom. Change your hearts and lives and trust this good news." From that moment on, Jesus spent his life ministering to every sort of objectionable person the forces of religion and government in his day could think of. The crippled and lame, lepers and the blind, prostitutes and tax collectors, the poor and powerless, the unwanted and undesirable. Jesus was as godly a person anyone had ever seen. Yet he relished spending his time in ungodly places with unsavory people. Tonight's passage is set in the most ungodly place of all. Luke identifies it as a place called the skull. And again, Jesus finds himself in the presence of unsavory people, crucified on his own cross, with a crucified criminal to his right and another to his left. Nearby stands a crowd, including the religious leaders who demanded Jesus' crucifixion, who mere moments earlier had sneered for all to hear, "He saved others. Let him save himself if he really is the Christ sent from God, the chosen one." The soldiers who carried out Jesus' sentence followed this indignation with their own mocking. "If you really are the King of the Jews, save yourself." And then a voice spoke from one of the 3 crosses, adding its own scornful rebellion to that already displayed by the forces of religion and government, saying, "Aren't you the Christ? Save yourself and us." I wonder, how much anger and hate must this first criminal have felt that he would have lifted himself up on crucified feet in order to fill his lungs with air so that he could shout these words at Jesus hanging next to him. His taunt, a third mockery, using the words, "save yourself," but this time adding, "and us." Was it because he had not been rescued from his sin Was it because he was suffering because of the sins of others? Was it because he wanted God to snap his fingers and make right what he had made wrong? Luke then shifts our attention from the first cross, a cross of rebellion, to the cross on the other side of Jesus. The other criminal also lifts himself on crucified feet, not to mock Jesus, but to rebuke his fellow criminal. Don't you fear God, seeing that you've also been sentenced to die? We are rightly condemned, for we are receiving the appropriate sentence for what we did. But this man has done nothing wrong. Here, the penitent criminal is unwittingly fulfilling Jesus' instructions to his disciples found earlier in his gospel. If your brother sins, rebuke him, and if he repents, forgive him. Now, I can't imagine why he would possibly need such a reminder, but this rebuke served to remind the other criminal that he was getting what he deserved. And having been condemned to hang on that cross until he was dead, he would soon face God's judgment. The penitent criminal was confessing that they had been judged rightly, but Jesus was righteous and had done nothing to deserve his crucifixion. The penitent criminal then turns toward the third cross, the cross in the middle. And addressing him by name, he says, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Remember me. Those words would have been quite familiar to Jesus, echoing the cries of those in need and those dying in centuries past as recorded in the Scriptures. Old Testament characters like Joseph, Hannah, Nehemiah, Job, the psalmist, and Jeremiah, having all made the same request. Remember me. The penitent criminal was making an expression of faith in Jesus by asking to be remembered when Jesus was delivered from his suffering and with power and glory entered his kingdom. So in stark contrast to the first cross, cross of rebellion, the second cross now stood as a cross of repentance. And finally, we hear a voice speak from the third cross. Speaking the second of his 7 last words and granting the penitent criminal far more than he asked for, Jesus replied, I assure you that today you will be with me in paradise. The good news that Jesus proclaimed to begin his earthly ministry has now come full circle in his promise to the penitent criminal. The word save had been used 3 times in taunt and ridicule. And now in his own dying hour, Jesus does save someone, thus continuing his ministry to seek and save the lost. It is with fitting irony that Jesus' last words to another human being are an assurance of salvation. I assure you that today you will be with me in paradise. We have that second image here. Jesus embracing the criminal in the garden that represents paradise. I once heard Bishop Willimon preach about this moment when Jesus would enter paradise and find himself face to face with God, his heavenly Father. Bishop Willimon imagined that God, upon seeing Jesus, would ask about his ministry. Well, son, how did it go? And Jesus' response would be to simply present to his Father the penitent criminal. as a first fruit of his earthly ministry. As if to say, this is how it went. Because if Jesus had responded to the taunts and ridicule and saved himself, which he certainly had the power to do, then he could not have saved the penitent criminal, or the rest of humankind, for that matter. And with so many other scenes from the Gospels, what we have in this scene of three crosses, a cross of rebellion, a cross of repentance, and a cross of redemption, is a gospel miniature. It's a gospel miniature. Jesus, the Savior, offering redemption by choosing to die among and for the unwanted and undesirable. Then there's one who scornfully taunts Jesus in an act of rebellion and thereby rejects his mercy. And then there is one who, through an act of faithful repentance and because he looked forward to the kingdom of God, received salvation. This scene invites from us the same response as the good news of the gospel in its entirety, to turn our attention to Jesus for mercy. And then ourselves spread the good news of God's kingdom by doing for others, especially the lost, what Jesus did during his ministry. An authentic response to this invitation first requires what the season of Lent also requires: self-examination, repentance, and then denial of self. And so we have to look within ourselves for all the ways that we might be like the first criminal. Isn't it sometimes easier to go along with the crowd instead of, because it's often more difficult, doing what's right? Isn't it easier to be sorry we got caught rather than be sorry for what we did? Which in turn makes it easy to scorn the one who stands ready to forgive us, to even mock goodness and light in the world, all because we are unwilling to really face what we've done. Or how about how easy it is to rebelliously rail against God when there is no magic cure or miraculous recovery from things that threaten our lives or the lives of people we love? And isn't it easy to cry, "Save us," when we are in pain and desperate to be made whole? I don't know about you, but in some of my darkest hours, I've been just like that first thief. When my mom was dying from cancer. When my marriage was in serious trouble. Thanks be to God that in the face of evil that happens to us, or evil that we perpetrate on ourselves, stands goodness. Thanks be to God there is a cure for sin, a cure for suffering, a cure that does not promise easy or magical solutions, but promises that the pain of sin and suffering is not the end. That the worst thing that will ever happen to us will never be the last thing that happens to us. That when this life is over, the final word is not torture and defeat, but life. Beautiful life, springing out of the ashes, life transformed and fulfilled in paradise. That was the promise granted to the penitent criminal. And that is the promise that stands ready for us. With repentant hearts, we need only turn our attention toward Jesus for mercy. Then, having felt his compassion, having received his amazing and unmerited grace, we must pay it forward by turning our attention to the least, the last, and the lost. By spreading the good news of God's kingdom, by doing for others what Jesus did during his ministry. That is the work of the gospel. That is the work of the gospel. And at times it seems rather incredible to me that, messy as we are, the church is tasked with that work. Then I remember Paul's words to the Colossian church. These verses from the first chapter, paraphrased so well by Eugene Peterson in the Message. And when it comes to the church, he, meaning Jesus, organizes and holds it together like a head does a body. Jesus was supreme in the beginning and leading the resurrection parade. Hear that. Leading the resurrection parade, he is supreme in the end. From beginning to end, he's there, towering far above everything and everyone. So spacious is he, so roomy, that everything of God finds its proper place in him without crowding. Not only that, but all the broken and dislocated pieces of the universe, all the broken and dislocated pieces of the universe, people and things, animals and atoms, get properly fixed and fit together in vibrant harmonies, all because of his death, his blood that poured down from the cross. Then he continues. Imagine Paul is addressing you. You yourselves are a case study of what he does. At one time, you all had your backs turned to God, thinking rebellious thoughts of him, giving him trouble every chance you got. But now, by giving himself completely at the cross, actually dying for you, Christ brought you over to God's side and put your lives together, whole and holy, in his presence. And I love this. You don't walk away from a gift like that. You don't walk away from a gift like that. You stay grounded and steady in that bond of trust, constantly tuned into the message, the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. Careful not to be distracted or diverted. There is no other message. There is no other message, just this one. And every creature, every last one of us under heaven gets this same good news. Somebody say amen. Amen. Friends, we are messengers of this message, in word and in deed. And so let us remember, paraphrasing the beautiful words of St. Teresa of Avila, that Christ, having risen in glory, has no body here but ours. No hands, no feet on earth but ours. Ours are the eyes with which he looks compassion on this world. Ours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Ours are the hands with which he blesses all the world.